Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. In today's video, we are continuing to answer your Disney Cruise questions with our second Disney Cruise FAQ video.
Last week we put out a video answering 15 of your questions, and today we're going to answer 10 more.
We're just going to jump right into it. Question number 1, Sherry, what is your favorite and least favorite Disney Cruise Line ship?
For me, I think my favorite is the Wonder. It's small, and so there's just less people. It's not as hard to like walk end to end. But also my least favorite is probably the Magic. And not because of the size, I feel like it was just a little bit older and a little more run down.
So my favorite also would be the Wonder with the Dream, a very close second. Just so you guys know, if you don't know, we've been on 3 of the 4 Disney cruise ships. We have not been on the Fantasy. We're going on the Fantasy next January, so our whole ranking totally may change.
It might, yeah.
So my favorite as well is the Wonder, and my least favorite is the Magic because of how old it was. But honestly, if you guys watched our Disney Magic cruise review, to me, I honestly think it was more about the service we received on the ship rather than the ship itself. So we do want to give the Magic a second shot, but for now, the Magic is at the bottom of our ranking.
Our next question, would a Disney cruise be just as fun with kids, or would it be too crowded?
It's an interesting question because obviously Disney Cruise primarily targets families with kids, so we're kind of the exception, cruising without kids. We think Disney Cruise is perfect for couples without kids, anyone without kids, individuals. We just think Disney Cruise is perfect. So I will say this is kind of a hard question for us to answer because we don't have kids.
Right.
However, on our last cruise, we did go with some friends who brought their kids. And we actually had dinner with them last week. And they said something that was interesting. We were talking about our cruise, how they liked it. We hadn't seen them since the cruise. And they said that it was their favorite family vacation they went on. And Amanda actually said, I loved what she said. She said it's the first family vacation where she came back rested because of all the stuff there is to do for the kids.
Just send the kids off and they're taken care of and they're having a blast and they don't even want to hang out with mom and dad. And so mom and dad can actually chill.
Yeah, so I think, if we had kids, we would no doubt do Disney Cruise because it seems like there's so much fun stuff for the kids to do kind of on their own. They get to have their own fun vacation and mom and dad get to rest and relax as well and have their own vacation. So, I don't know, my personal opinion is that it's perfect. It's designed for families.
Yep.
It just also works great for people like us.
This next question is, if you're sailing out of Port Canaveral, is it better to stay in Port Canaveral the night before or stay in a Disney property and take the Disney shuttle?
So, confession, we've actually never stayed on site at a Disney property.
Ever.
In all of our Disney trips, we always stay off site. And on all of our trips, we also always have a rental car. We just like the convenience and the freedom that offers us. So we always drive to Port Canaveral. Now, we don't always stay there the night before. Sometimes we will check out of our off-site hotel in Orlando and then drive to Port Canaveral in the morning. So it's kind of hard for us to answer. And I really think that the answer comes down to your travel preference.
Yeah.
Right? For us, we really like going at our own pace. Right? We don't love the fact that it's we have to be outside for a 9 a.m. shuttle. If we sleep till 9, we want that to be okay. And so for us, we like going at our own pace. I will say the Disney shuttle is hugely popular.
Yeah.
And so obviously, it must not be terrible, right? And so I think it kind of is up to you. For us, we like staying off-site, having our own rental car, going to Port Canaveral kind of at our own pace, though.
Yeah.
Question number 4. This is a big one and probably a controversial one. What is the best thing to eat on a Disney cruise?
All of the things.
All of the things. Okay, that's very wide, and I actually would agree with that. Sherri, let's break it up then. Breakfast. What's your favorite breakfast thing to eat on a Disney cruise?
Mickey waffles.
Mickey waffles for me, too. Now thinking about dinner in the main dining restaurants. What is your go-to kind of meal, entree, your favorite thing there?
Tiana's shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. We talked about it in our last video. We also talked about the black truffle pasta prosciutto.
Yeah.
That would be mine. Love those. Okay, dessert. You want to know mine?
Yeah.
It's a tie between the souffle at Palo because it is so good. And the best part of any Disney cruise, the free soft serve ice cream machine. You guys know I love that soft serve ice cream machine. How can I talk about the best food on a Disney cruise and not talk about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the souffle.
Yeah?
I was thinking main dining and not Palo. And if it's all dining across the board, definitely the souffle at Apollo.
If you have not had the souffle at Apollo,
It's ridiculous.
Go.
And you have not lived yet.
that's true. It is so unbelievably good. But also the free soft serve ice cream bar.
Next question, how much smaller do the wonder and the magic feel than the dream and the fantasy?
So as mentioned earlier, we haven't been on the fantasy yet, but we have been on the dream, which is basically the same. Right. I will say the first time we went on the wonder and the dream, I don't feel like I noticed that big of a difference. But then going back on the dream is when I really noticed the difference.
Yeah, because we did the dream, wonder, dream.
Yeah, so going back on the dream the second time, I was like, oh no, this is much different.
Yeah.
The places we noticed the biggest difference on Castaway Cay. Remember, there are several hundred less people on the island when you're on the Wonder or the Magic. So that's awesome.
The atrium.
Yeah, the atrium, I think on the Wonder and Magic just don't feel as grand, right?
Like, and because they're not, I mean, they're smaller. Yeah. And the one on the dream is just like, yeah, like you walk in, it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I will say though, I didn't feel like I noticed a huge difference in like quality of ship. I wouldn't call the Wonder and Magic like lesser than ships.
No, I wouldn't.
And so yeah, there is definitely a size difference. There's some things you notice for sure. But overall, I think they're both great experiences.
I also think like the dream, there's kind of a noticeable difference in like walking from one end to the other. It just takes longer because it is a much bigger ship.
Question number 6, first seating or second seating at dinner? And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Disney Cruises main dining restaurants for dinner, when you make your reservation or when you check in, you pick first dining or first seating or second seating. Basically the first seating I think is at like 6 p.m.-ish. Second seating's at 8:15 p.m. Sherri, which one do we always choose?
We always choose the second.
And the reason for that is that we had read before our very first cruise that the second seating typically had less kids just because of how late the dinner is. Right. And I will say it seems to me, we've never been in the first dining, so I don't know, but it seems to me the second seating, that's probably true.
Yeah, there are still kids, but it's not like overrun.
Yeah, not at all. And so we always do the second seating and honestly kind of always love it.
Question number 7, what is the best area of the ship to book a room?
This is a great question because this affects a lot of things. It affects price, it affects, I think, your overall experience. So we've actually only stayed in 2 parts of the ship. We have stayed in the middle of the ship and we have stayed aft, which is the back part of the ship. I will say the best experiences for us have been midship for a couple reasons. One, Sherri actually does deal with some seasickness issues. Yeah. And the closer you are to the center of the ship, the less motion you're going to feel. Like if seasickness is an issue for you, go midship, down low, right? If you could get like deck like 2 right in that area, that's great. We've normally been deck like 5, 6, 7 in midship and have not had
any problems.
No, not at all. So we love midship. I will say though, we've stayed aft in the back of the ship, and the only thing I did notice there was like there are some times that you kind of feel the rumble of the engines. Yeah. Right? There's like it's not constant, and honestly sometimes it is like helps lull me to sleep. But you definitely feel it more. Yeah. Now we've never stayed in the front of the ship, but I have heard that you can feel like the waves and the rocking more. I mean, which kind of makes sense if you just think about like the movement of a ship. Right. So for us, we are always midship, at least that's where we hope to be. Question number 8, are the pool and spa open 24 hours?
They are not, but they're open pretty late. I don't remember the actual hours.
Yeah, we talked about this before and we couldn't totally remember. It seems to us like the pools are open till 10 p.m. Maybe the adult pool and the hot tubs open till 11. Something like that. I will say we wish they were open later. Like I wish the adult pool and adult hot tubs were open till like at least midnight or 1. I think that would be awesome. Yeah. But then the spa is also not...
the spa I think has like set hours and mostly appointments.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what their hours are.
Yeah, but you can probably get that by checking the Disney Cruise website. I will say also, I'm going to add a little pro tip in there. On the Disney Cruise website, I don't know if it's always there or if it's only when you like sign into your account. There's like a little live chat feature on the Disney Cruise website that I use all of the time. Like if there's a question I have about our specific cruise or just about like the ship we're going to be on, I hop on there and I just jump on that live chat and they always are quick and easy to help me. So use that chat to find out like little things like this for the ships. Question number 9, Sherri, are you excited to meet Captain Minnie?
Sure am.
On Disney Cruise Line? She didn't even wait till I answered the question, ask the question. You guys,
Captain Minnie?
Oh my gosh, if you don't know what's going on, Disney recently announced that in order to encourage more young girls to get like excited about careers like with Disney Cruise Line, Captain Minnie.
Get it, girl.
Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. Are you going to get a photo with her?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sherri, definitely excited. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited as well.
And the last question number 10. Can you smoke or vape on the Disney Cruise Line?
We actually got this question a few times, and currently, as of filming this in May 2019, you can in designated areas. Each ship has like specific areas on board that you can smoke or vape. You can't do it everywhere, and so just you have to be in those designated areas. I will say though, with Disney parks going smoke-free, I would not be surprised to see the cruise go smoke-free eventually. They haven't announced they're doing that. There's no like rumors even that I've heard of. But again, with them making the parks that way, I wouldn't be surprised to see the ships soon to follow. But as of at least filming this, there are still places that you can smoke. And in fact, if you are a fan of like cigars, you actually can buy cigars online. There's like a cigar package you can buy and then you can smoke those in the designated areas. One thing to know though is that even if you get like a veranda room, so you have your own private balcony, you're not allowed to smoke on your balcony.
Only in the designated
Only in the designated areas. I've actually heard from a lot of people on like Facebook groups who thought for sure they'd be able to smoke on their veranda and then they got in trouble, so don't do that.
So we will keep doing these videos as long as you keep asking questions, so let us know in the comments below if you have any other questions or on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, always feel free to message us any questions you guys have. We really do love interacting with you guys and helping. Hopefully videos like this make your Disney cruise experience that much better.
As always, thank you for watching. We love you guys. We will see you on the next LeggLife video.